Hello, my name's Patrick Graham, um, writer, actor, poet, journalist. Just giving a little brief introduction. I'm going to be doing a series of mini talks, discussions, lectures, call them what you want, on what is known as Black history, but is really world history, because it's Black contributions to that world history. I'll be working in conjunction with Toxteth Community Radio, at the moment run by Janice Myers. I'm going to begin by just talking about some of the things, or giving you a little insight into some of the things that I'll be discussing over the coming weeks, months, and hopefully longer. I'll start off with just saying what led me on the road to researching Black history, my history, world history, and why. The first book I ever read was this book called Blacks in Science, Ancient and Modern, by this man, Ivan van Sertima. This book was, to say the least, was an eye-opener, an absolute eye-opener. Some of the information in it was just, to me, was at the time, as a 16, 17-year-old in the 1980s, was absolutely mind-blowing. I even questioned some of it in my head. I was doubting some of it because of the miseducation I'd received up to that point. All he was doing, one of the things that he said, is just a periphery, the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to be revealed underneath that. There's lots of people we could discuss. Another book that was a great read is The African Origin of Civilization, Myth or Reality, by Cheikh Anta Diop. Another great read, really interesting, really informative, packed full of facts. This man, John Hendrik Clarke, a great. When you hear him speak, it's just captivating. It's powerful. You can listen to him on YouTube. We'll talk about people like Mansour Musa, from the Empire of Mali, who some of his exploits, or his greatest exploits, are recorded in history. He was pictured on a Catalan map of the, I think the 14th or 15th century, as the Black King of Guinea. We'll talk about places like Ethiopia, Axum, Lalibela. We've always got to mention Egypt because, that is the pinnacle of ancient civilizations when we look at the mastery and architecture and art and science and mathematics. And the only place where the last of the ancient wonders of the world still exists, the Great Pyramid of Giza, alongside the other pyramids, of course, and the Sphinx, and the many sites. There's so much that we could talk about. Great Zimbabwe, and the Songhai Empire, the land of Kush. So many interesting things. So when you grow up and you hear people talk about Africa as little history, little written history, it just as all oral history, that's a fallacy, a nonsense. Oral history, yes, it does have a lot of oral history, but so does every culture on this planet as an oral history. Some of the greatest books ever written began as oral history before they were written down across Europe, Asia, Africa, everywhere. So oral history is a powerful, powerful means of sharing information, knowledge, and keeping people's history and culture alive. We'll also look at events during history, individuals during history. I can't name everybody, but we're going to look at different aspects of history. We may even take requests from time to time of people who may want you to talk about a certain subject, or a certain piece of history that they may want to contribute some knowledge to, that it can be open for me to, I'll say, discuss with you who are listening out there. So I think I will leave it at that for now, but it's just to let you know we're in October. It's Black History Month 2023. But for me, Black History is every day, every week, every month, all year round. And although I use the term Black History, as I say, or as I always say, black history is world history, it's our history, it's everybody's history. But just that contributions that black people have given to the world have been overlooked due to systemic racism in institutions and education and throughout life as one of the unfortunate and disastrous legacies of the transatlantic slave trade. These efforts to justify it, and racism was created afterwards to justify the continuation of the transatlantic slave trade and enslavement of black people. And on top of that, that had to be woven into education and teaching systems and ideologies. So this false white supremacy that we always hear about, it's not white supremacy of any description. It's a falsehood, it's a lie, it's a misrepresentation, and it's a racist term. But despite what people may say or have said about Africa not having history, all you've got to do is walk into any museum. We've got a brilliant museum right here in Liverpool, the World Museum. We can go to any museum in most cities and many of the major cities around the world, and you will find them absolutely riddled, full to the brim of relics and information charting the contributions black people across the world from in Africa and the diaspora have made to world history, to black history. So when anybody tells you we've made little to no contributions, in simple terms, in two words, a lie. So I'll leave you there, and I hope you look forward to listening, engaging, commenting, and sharing the information that I'll be divulging over the coming weeks, months, and years. Thank you.